Hello friends, in the previous tutorial we have discussed how to create objects, right, with the different ways how to create objects with the literal syntax, with the constructor function and so on. So today we will discuss how to create the prototype properties, right, and how prototype properties works and how we can inherit the prototype properties of an object. So okay, now start. So as we have two kind of properties, the own properties and the prototype properties. So let's create an object first. So I am creating an object with the literal syntax and assigned property prop1 with value 1. So in this way these properties are called the own properties, right? So if we want to add a prototype properties, so we can add like obj dot double underscore proto double underscore. It will return the prototype object. So I will set the prototype object here with one prototype property prop2 with value 2. So these properties are called the prototype properties. Okay, now let's see the own properties and the prototype properties. Right, so we can see the own properties are the proper one. Now let's see the prototype properties. Now, so the own prototype properties are dot, we have to write here underscore proto. So the prototype properties are prop2, right? So prop2 is the prototype property and prop1 is the own property. Okay, now we will see how we can inherit the properties from an object to the another object. So let's say there is an parent object with a property prop1. Okay, and now I have to create an object which will inherit the parent object. So what we need to do, we will call the create function of the root object, right, and will pass the parent object to the create function as an argument. So what create function will do, create function will create an object with the properties inherited from the parent object, right? And let's say if I add some properties, for example prop2 value 2, now we console the own properties and the prototype properties. The own properties of child object. In the similar way, we will console the prototype properties of the child object. So how we can console it by underscore proto. So let's see the output. So here we can see the own properties of child object is prop2 that we have assigned here, right? And the prototype properties of child object is prop1, which is inherited from the parent object. Okay. Now, one thing, if we try to get the prop1 property from child object, we can see prop1 in child object. Then let's see the output. So the prop1 in child object is valuable, right? So we are able to get the value of prop1 property from the child object. So how it will work, if we write the object dot property, then JavaScript will search this property into the own properties first, right? If it doesn't find within the own properties, then it will search into the prototype properties. So actually the child object looks like this way. Right? So it will look like this way. So if we write child object dot prop1, then it will search into the own properties first. If it is not able to search, then it will search into the prototype properties. So in this way, the prototype chaining works. So each object contains a prototype object, and these prototype objects contain the properties of their parent object. In the same way, parent object also contains a prototype object, and which contains the property of the parent object. So there is a linking from child to parent until to the root object in JavaScript. So in this way, chaining works. So if we try to get a property, then first it will search the current object, after that into the parent object, after that the parent of the parent object till to the root object. Or if, for example, if we write child object dot p prop 3, right, and say it is value 3, then what it will do, it will search the prop3 object into the owned object, owned properties. If doesn't find, then we'll search into prototype properties. If still doesn't find, then we'll search till to the root object. If it doesn't find till the root object, then it will create the prop3 as own property of the child object, right? So if it find the property, then it will update the value. If it doesn't find the property, then it will create an property and set the value, right? If we assign or set a value, it will search from bottom to top. If it finds, then it will update the value. If it doesn't find, then it will create the property and set the value. So this is the way how prototype chaining works. I hope this tutorial will be helpful for you. So thank you.